Adversity. What will you or have you overcome? Today, adversity can hit you in different areas of your life. It can hit you financially. It can hit you environmentally. It can hit you mentally, physically. It can hit you spiritually. But how will you overcome in the adverse times in your life? Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to pose that question to you. And I'm going to give you some tools and techniques that are going to be effective for you. Yes, I said effective when you're faced with adversity to learn how to overcome and kind of position yourself to face challenges in life. I'm going to do this by sharing probably my most recent trial and test for myself where I had to be faced with adversity. And I'll share my story, and then I'll go into some information how it affected me emotionally, how it affected me spiritually, physically, and what I did to try to get through those tough times during that process. So, one of the things I want to tell you and share with you first, a support team is very important. When you're going through adverse times, people that share or tell you things in your life, healing process starts not just with the physical, but it starts with your mental and inside your emotions. And if somebody's affecting you in one way or another, your circle of friends, you need to kind of look at that. So always make sure when you're going through a tough time, trial, or tribulation, make sure, Father Ricardo, make sure you literally are listening and hearing not only with your inner self, but the people around you to help you heal. So let me tell you a little quick story about myself. April 9th, I literally had complete left knee reconstruction, complete replacement, okay? I am 48 years old. Yes, I was a football player. Yes, I played in college. And as I kind of developed over the years, a lot of pressure and pain on my body, I found out I needed a knee replacement. Get the knee replacement done. My week after, literally, my heart rate is up to 140 to 160 heartbeats per minute for a whole week. What that means is your body can go in shock. My sodium was high. The pain level was excruciating. I'm literally at the bedside screaming and crying all night long. My kids are worried. My wife is worried. Everybody's trying to figure out what's going on. I've been through surgeries before, but this was not going to work. Call the paramedics the 13th of April. They come out to my house because I can't even walk downstairs. Load me up in some, umbrella type thing, carry me down the stairs, put me in the ambulance, and ship me off to the hospital. There 4 nights. Still trying to figure it out. Finally get my levels down to 118 to 120. Still high of a heart rate, but enough to let me go home. Get home, kids are, oh, Dad, I love you. Everything's going great, wife. And I'm like, okay, I think I still feel a little pain, but I'm making it. Finally get the approval to go to outside physical therapy on the bike. As I'm on the bike, I'm pushing it a little bit, right? The athlete kicks in. Next thing I know, I see a little slit in my knee. 2 days later, we're getting close to Mother's Day. I go to a couple visits, go back to physical therapy, the slit in the knee. Now there is stuff coming out of my knee. The doctor, the physical therapist says, go to the doctor. Can't do anything for you. Go to the doctor, go to the actual physical surgeon. The day after Mother's Day, the 13th, literally my orthopedic surgeon says, don't eat anything on Mother's Day night. We need to see you tomorrow. Rush you in. We're getting you to bed for surgery. Had to go back in. We're going to wash it out. They look in, see all the equipment in my knee still literally infected. So they had to take out all the equipment, put in brand new equipment, and on top of that, I've had 2 knee replacements in less than a month and a half. Gave me an IV, which I still wear to this day, where I go in every day for when I get home, 3 times a day, 30-minute treatment of IV treatment because I had an infection, staph infection. Still kind of out of the neck of the woods, but now here we are, later on in life, and I'm 2 weeks away from getting this IV stuff taken care of, but I'm walking and I'm up and I'm speaking to you. So I went through an adverse time. I went through frustration. I went through irritation. I went through suffering. I was misery. There was agony. There was all these emotions. There was pain that I went through. But the important thing that I needed to know is that I had a good support team first. One of my best friends, my old college quarterback, saw me on Facebook, saw me hurt Dink, we call him Dinky, his name is Rondell Griffin, called me every day, hey brother, I love you, hey brother, I'm with you, giving me encouragement, praying with me, telling me all the great things, and just kind of giving me the things that I need, and I listened to that, and I thank him for that. But you can't advance in life if you don't recognize where you are. So I had to recognize the pain and where I was in order to be able to go forward. So one of the basic principles of life, and when you're dealing with adversity, is learning how to deal with reality, right? Basic principle is accepting reality. So I'm going to give you 3 quick takeaways. You can write them down. One of the things is radical acceptance. If you don't accept where you are in the condition you are, you're going to literally stay in that condition. Pain will turn into suffering if you don't acknowledge the pain. You get that? So if I don't know that I'm in pain, if I try to avoid it, that pain's going to still linger. And then it's going to turn into suffering because it's going to punish you because you're not acknowledging it. Deal with reality. That's radical acceptance. Second thing is, turn your mind. Use opposite emotions. When you feel angry, smile. When you feel sad, get glad. Try to turn your emotions. It's called turn the mind. And from a spiritual perspective, turn your mind is literally pray. I don't know if you believe in God or don't, but I literally say one thing that has affected a lot of people. Don't ask why, but ask what. When you're dealing with the higher power, a lot of people distance themselves with the Lord because they're so busy asking why. They don't get the answers they want. But ask more, what can I do to change, or what am I going to learn from this situation? Thirdly, be willingness. Find everything that works for you and be willing to do what is being successful for you. Continue to do what is successful. Also, I wanted to share 2 last things. Mental illness usually can stem from, as far as depression, one of the major mental illness is stemming from adversity things in your life. People get trauma and then they go into depress. So if you're faced with depression today, please seek help. Try to seek counseling. Find someone to help you. So lastly, I want to share with you guys, I hope this speech has really been helpful for you. There's a lot more information. You can look online. You can also follow this on video, kind of recant and write things down. But my question to you today for adversity, and hopefully it's persuasive. Question is, adversity, what have you or will you overcome?